Hey, what is up, everybody? I'm Will. We are back in Genshin. As you can see, we're in the character select menu because I wanted to check to see how long it's been since we've pulled a 5-star. So, I believe these two were one, so it's been 1, 2, 3. And I don't know if these were on the same one. So it's either 4, 5, or just 4. So it's either been 5 or 6 months since the last time we pulled a 5-star. 5 to 6 months. That is fucking insane. We have been lacking hardcore. Obviously we're streaming a lot later today than we have been recently. And that is because of there's an update happening. Not an update, but the banner swap. The banner swap just happened. Whoa, hello, what are you? This is a thing. Oh my god, we could get this 5-star. Oh my god, we could get this 5-star. I was just saying the other day, I haven't seen him in a while, and I still really want him because his water power seems to be OP. Him, and her. It feels like those three could freaking destroy comboing together. I don't know. His moves are pretty cool. His ult is awesome because it's the area of effect thing. But I don't know. I don't think he replaced the current water swordsman we have. This is cool. I did not know that they were doing this. Okay, Thunder. Hi. Okay, confirm selection. Alright. Yeah, I did not realize they were doing this. I wanted to pull the Archon, but this is like a guaranteed thing. Oh, look, they're actually putting, like, money percentages and stuff. I didn't even realize they added that. Okay. Okay, every 10 wishes is granted to include at least 1 4-star. We know that. He's a 5-star. Okay, fate points. Guaranteed. He's not, and the background characters Sora, maybe. As with Sora. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit. Oh, yo, okay, we didn't have him before. That's great. Yeah, we somehow completely missed that 4-star. On. Please, 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 don't be some rando, don't be some rando, don't be some rando. I hate this game. Why would you do this? I want the fucking Archon. Stop giving me random 5-stars. Well, there goes our... Awesome. We're probably not going to pull another 5-star now. Cool. Thank you for this game. For giving us a fucking 5-star we already have, and I didn't even want to fucking want. Dude, are you kidding me? We pulled the... It is... I hate you. This game sucks. They have done this to us. I have pulled more 5-stars that weren't on the banner than I have pulled 5-stars that were on the banner. Hands down, by a wide margin. This is insane. Well, fuck it. There's no point in even doing it then. We have better luck of just randomly pulling the fucking Shogun 5-star then, I guess. Than it is actually pulling her on the banner. God damn it. Cool. Character we don't play. What the fuck, game? Why have you still not fixed this? Stop putting characters on banners if you can't get them when you pull. I fucking hate this pull system. Just remove them from the banner then. They don't need to be there because you have zero fucking chance of actually getting them when you pull the 5-star. This fucking game, I hate it so much. And if I have not done the sunken cost fallacy into this game so much for 5 years, I would have fucking quit it by now. This is bullshit. Are you kidding me? This is why we cannot get any fucking Archon in this game. Because every time they're on the banner and we pull a 5-star, it is never that character. Fuck. I guess we will do this shitty background side story for a character they barely introduced to us one time. Fucking Christ. Come on, man.
Remember when we chased that Tanuki down this
No,
way?
I don't.
Good times. Huh? What's that?
Super vague and non-specific. Paimon, as always. Thank you.
Paimon doesn't think they look anything like that. Oh, maybe there's a new kind of yokai in town. Is it trying to get us to follow it?
Let me guess. We're gonna go to... what's her face? Man, this fucking game... You know, it was cool when it first came out because there was no other game like it, but now that there's like a shitload of games that are very similar to this, sometimes I'm just like, why do I keep playing this game? Like, for real.
What's that girl doing over there? She doesn't look well. Let's go check on her.
Are they actually going to use her dream power? Like, for real, for real? Like, they barely used it
What just
in the
happened?
event she was introduced
All
in.
we did was lock eyes with her for a split second, then... Wait, where did all these people come from? And what are they here for? True. Oh, and there's that girl. She's still here. Maybe she knows what happened.
If I leave now, will I have enough time?
How many times do I have to explain?
There's no going back if I report him, but still.
Anxiety over a lack of creative inspiration. Well, inspiration tends to give anxious minds a wide berth, so I hope our treatment will help you relax.
Thank you.
Remorse for the misdeeds of the past, and despair over the sorry state of the present. I can help you face your troubles with a more positive mindset, but you'll need to work through things in your own time too.
This is why I should never do polls at the beginning of a fucking
Many
stream.
thanks.
Next, please.
What's wrong with her?
I'm fine. Next, please. Delicious!
Whoa, that was unexpected.
Huh? What do we have here? Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Sorry for what? We have no idea what's going on here, let alone what you're sorry for. Would you mind bringing us up to speed?
Oh, it looks like you've entered my dream by mistake. Let me wake you up, then I'll explain everything.
Dream? When did that... Whoa!
Hi. Feeling more awake now? Oh, someone I know talks about you all the time. Plus, I'm pretty good at profiling people based on their reputation.
So, who are you?
Right, of course. It's our first time meeting each other, so I should introduce myself properly. My name is Yume Mizuki, or just Mizuki for short. I'm a Yumekui Baku, which is a kind of yokai here in Inazuma.
Yume Kuibaku? Hey, it's that little critter from before!
That's what we look like in our original form. I'm guessing that's the one that led you into my dream earlier? Baku feast on the bad dreams of human beings, but we need to be in a dream of our own to digest them. The place where you met me earlier was where I go to digest bad dreams. I must have swallowed one too many bad dreams, because they were causing me some digestive trouble. It's actually a good thing you showed up when you did. Call it a happy accident, I guess. Thanks to your help, I'm now able to digest all these dreams properly.
Yeah, we thought you looked a little uncomfortable. That's why we came over. We didn't know what it was. We just thought maybe you could use some help. And Paimon really hates bad dreams, so Paimon's even more happy to help knowing that you can eat them.
Thank you, but I still owe you an apology. While you were inside my dream, I ate one of your dreams, but it wasn't a bad one. It was a nice one. I've eaten so many bad dreams today that I just scarfed it down without noticing.
So, Yume Kuibaku can eat good dreams too, huh? Still, is that really such a big deal?
Of course it is. Dreams are some of the most precious things a person can have, and I just went and gobbled it down. It's the unwritten rule of my kind. Never eat someone else's good dreams without permission. I can't believe I was so careless. But don't you feel horribly depressed? Isn't your mind suddenly flooded with distressing memories?
Don't worry, my life's a waking nightmare.
Huh. Remarkable. I've never heard of someone remaining so mentally stable after having a good dream of theirs devoured.
It's probably because the Traveler has too many good dreams to count.
Maybe. But I still owe you something for your trouble. Ah, here, take this.
It's a VIP pass for the Isa bathhouse. Staffed by clinical psychologists and offering spa and fine dining services, we invite you to bring us your troubles and leave refreshed and renewed.
That's where I work. You'll find the address on there too. This invitation letter entitles you to enjoy our highest tier service, free of charge. Oh, and speaking of work, I'd better get back before I'm missed. I hope to see you as customers soon.
So she's a Yume Kuibaku that eats bad dreams and a clinical psychologist too? Paimon's never considered therapy before. Then again, Paimon never really gets that stressed out. Oh, except when she's trying to decide what to eat. Speaking of eating, that bathhouse place does fine dining, and we have a VIP pass. That means we can eat as much as we want, right? This is the opportunity of a lifetime. We can't let it go to waste.
To the bathhouse. Into the walls. It's been a minute. Actually, no, but they just had an event here, so it hasn't been that long. Still, we haven't spent a lot of time here in the past 2 years. Yep. And I need to go to a frickin' statue of the Seven to get healed. I'm down bad for some healing. I hope we actually get to go into dreams and do stuff. Because I feel like that is a massive opportunity that they have really squandered. For being able to do some cool stuff. Don't you love this cool concept? Now let's watch us do nothing with it.
Ice bathhouse. Well, based on the letter, this should be the place. It looks familiar. We've walked past here several times before, right? Just never got inside.
Oh, are you here to visit the Isa bathhouse?
Ooh! Oh, where did you come from?
Oh, sorry. Forgive me, I didn't mean to intrude. We've been struggling to attract customers recently, so I got a little overexcited when I heard you discussing my bathhouse.
Your bathhouse? So you run the place, huh? And business isn't going so great, you say?
Oops. Please forget I said that. It just slipped out. And now, do you have an appointment?
We have a VIP pass. Can we use it now?
What? I've told them before, a promotional gimmick isn't gonna magically fix our business. Who issued this thing? Wait, is that Miss Yume Mizuki's signature? I'm so sorry. I had no idea you were invited here by Miss Yume Mizuki. Please, feel free to redeem your VIP pass now if you'd like. Just give your names at reception.
Sounds like she has a lot of clout. But aren't you supposed to be the boss?
I am, yes, but Miss Yume Mizuki's a major shareholder. The business never would have gotten off the ground without her investment.
What?
Oh, it's no cause for alarm, though. She's a very responsible person. In addition to being a shareholder, she's also personally involved in our day-to-day business. She only returned to Inazuma recently. Otherwise, I'm sure you'd have heard of her by now. She's a highly renowned clinical psychologist. Please, head on in.
Clinical psychologist, you say? Sounds like witchcraft! It's crazy how what parts of this they choose to be modern in and other parts where they try to be like old school.
An indoor hot spring? Oh, Paimon's gotta give that a try.
Hello,
Oh.
I'll be right with you.
Actually unique looking background characters. Okay, that's
you
cool.
okay?
Sorry, I'm so clumsy sometimes, but don't worry about me. Putting customers in a bad mood is the last thing I want. I promise I'll provide an excellent service. Please don't leave.
How many times do I have to tell you? You breaking a few plates isn't the reason we've been losing business. Stop apologizing for yourself all the time. All it does is make you look like an easy target.
It's all good. We're not out to target anyone. You didn't hurt yourself, did you?
Nope, don't worry. As long as it didn't ruin your experience, that's all that matters. Now, well, looks like you'll be my first customers today, so, according to our standards of service, I need to,
Why is she so panicky? Actually, we're...
Xion, let me see to these two. They're my guests.
Ah, there she is! Baku Lady is back.
So Mizuki invited you here? As VIPs? Does this mean you're gonna save the bathhouse?
She means you must be very wealthy. Not everyone can afford our VIP service after all. But a couple of customers with cash to splash doesn't solve anything in the long run. You should focus on what to do about our new competitor.
Aw, Murasaki. Was that you showing some concern for our business? I'm touched.
Ugh, did not.
Since you're so eager to find solutions, you can work on our most pressing task, bringing our accounts up to date. With your smarts, I'm sure you'll fly through it.
Subtext being, you can't give it to Shion because she's a moron and she'd screw it up?
Shion, I'll take things from here. What I'd like you to do is head to the kitchen and prepare some of your very best snacks for our VIPs.
Will do! That's my specialty!
Sorry to keep you waiting. I have to keep our staff calm to ensure you have the best experience. The panicky little girl is Hyakujitsu Haku Shion, and the lazy lady is Shiba Murasaki. They're both Baku, just like me.
Wait, so the older-looking one is actually younger, and the younger-looking one is older?
That's right. How we choose to appear is just a matter of personal preference. It's more reflective of our personality than our age. Anyway, enough about them. Back to you two. Per the terms of the VIP pass, you're entitled to free use of all our services. So the spa, the fine dining, and psychological consultancy. I would recommend starting with the psychological consultancy. Between me and you, one of the steps involves getting your bad dreams eaten. Since I ate one of the traveler's good dreams by accident, this seemed like the best way to make amends.
Ooh, we get to have our bad dreams eaten by a Yume Baku? That sounds fun! Oh, that's a good point. You've been having some difficulties recently, right? It wouldn't feel right to get all this free service while you're struggling. Is there anything we can do to help out?
Yeah, you know, my struggles
I take it
looking
you
for my
overheard
sister for
Mr.
the past
Aikawa
5 years.
complaining
Yeah.
about our current situation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cause you concern. Mr. Aikawa is a smart businessman, but he tends to worry too much about short-term profits and lose sight of the big picture. Our financial situation is nowhere near as dire as you're imagining. And in any case, passing our business woes on to our customers is hardly the solution.
Standard business practice.
Please enjoy the services we have to offer. Once you've experienced our hospitality for yourselves, I'm quite sure your confidence in our future prospects will be restored.
Can't argue with that. Let's get started.
Of course. The only thing is, psychological consultancy is a one-on-one service that takes quite a long time. But I can't just make one of you wait around while the other one is in therapy.
Therapa?
So, perhaps I can treat the traveler while Shion treats Paimon? Would that work?
Fine by Paimon. But, is she up for it?
She'll be fine. I noticed how gentle and encouraging you were towards her earlier. You're the perfect client for her.
Oh,
Secondly, Shion's therapeutic approach is a little different from mine. It often involves food, so she might be a better fit for you.
Food therapy? Oh, that sounds perfect.
All right then, please follow me. Don't get me wrong, Paimon is genuinely better suited to Shion. But in all honesty, yes, I had my own reasons for wanting to treat you myself. Your psychology is so unique. I just had to investigate further to satisfy my own curiosity. Please, come with me.
I love her
Before
design,
we
man.
begin, please take a seat on this chair.
Like the blue and purple combos with pink. Looks really nice.
There's a theory which suggests that we bury our most powerful emotions deep within our dreams. That's the territory I would like to explore. Before I start, I'm going to ask you a few questions. I want you to nod your head for yes and shake your head for no. All right?
Yeah.
Very good. Now, I'm going to plant a few thoughts in your subconscious, but it's nothing to get nervous about. Just a way to improve your sleep quality, so the treatment will be more effective.
Put me under, Doc.
This is an incense from Sumeru that soothes the mind. The fragrance is said to be the scent of dreams. Now, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and concentrate on the scent.
It's the scent of dreams.
The next step requires some visual preparation.
Does this smell like chloroform
so
to you?
don't open your eyes until I say so.
Whips out a rag, smothers you. You go down.
Oh, where did it go? I need to have a stern talk with Murasaki. How hard is it to just put things back where they came from? This needs another dab here. That's better.
That is a comically short skirt on her, by the way.
I said no peeping. I'm still not ready yet.
I like that little piano inflection that happens right there. I think that might be a newer musical cue. I don't quite remember it.
Don't run off now, darlings. Come here. For goodness sake, your butt's showing. All right. Shh. I can see that you don't like being kept waiting. Go on, open your eyes. Everything's ready. Take a good look at this painting. There are some very special little darlings hidden within it, and I'd like you to find them. Do you see her? Isn't she just adorable? Now you just need to find the others.
Actually, they kind of just look super basic. Like someone did like a circle and then put a little notch in them.
She's a Baku as well. Whenever someone starts dozing off, she's there waiting for their dream to begin. Your journey into Dreamland began as you were looking for them. Feeling sleepy? Now I want you to take my hand.
A lot of interesting, like, unique...
Very good. Now close your eyes again for me.
A lot of interesting, unique gameplay mechanics happening
here.
here.
Completely relax and focus your attention on the feeling of my palm touching yours. Notice how all other sensations in your body are slowly fading away. Now, imagine you're not holding my hand, but your favorite things in all of the world. You run your hand through the sakura blossoms, gently falling through the air. Then through a squirrel's fur. Then you grab a fistful of sand on the beach. You are once again in the wilderness, running with the wind at your back. But slowly, your palm loses sensation. You lose your way and find yourself surrounded by darkness. You can't see anything. But you hear someone calling you. And now, a light is shining from the same direction as their voice.
I thought it was gonna keep going, but I turned off auto at some point. Yeah, man, this is what I'm talking about. We're making it a one-on-one experience with the character you're supposed to be getting to know.
Longing caused by separation. It tastes so bitter. Please don't stop moving.
Me waiting for that Genshin anime. God damn it, man. When will that come? By the way, guys, Summer Games Fest is kicking off soon. I believe not this upcoming Friday, but next Friday. There's gonna be a Kojima announcement or like presentation. I think it's like, you know, gonna be about obviously his upcoming game, Death Stranding 2. But yeah, Summer Games Fest, guys, just like a week away, basically. Also, I'll take this time. This is the worst possible time to do it, but I'm gonna take this time to say there are 4 games coming to PlayStation Plus. NBA 2K25. Not a big sports fan on like traditional sports games. Like if they ever brought back like the Streets or something like that, I might get into it. But they're also coming with Alone in the Dark, which is a detective game that David Harbour, the actor, he's in that. And it's supposed to be kind of, I think, 1920s to 30s, or maybe even 40s, somewhere in there. I think it's way closer to 40s. Style detective game. Super excited about that. I've actually been wanting to look into that game. I'm gonna pick that up and we might play that on stream. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk is a super cool game. I cannot recall what this one was. Was this... There's 2 that I always confuse. There's one that's a fighter and one that's like a parkour type, like free running. Oh, this is the free running one. Okay, yeah. There were like 2 games that have like a very similar style, and I always get them confused. It's a free running game, or kind of like a parkour running game, and it is I believe you're a delivery person, and it's in like the same exact style, heavily inspired by Jet Set Radio. I wanted to play this game for quite a while, but I always like forget about it or just like never get around to actually picking it up. That's supposed to be one of the 4 games free next month. I'm super excited about that. We are 1 billion% playing that, probably as soon as possible. And then there was one more. It was Destiny: The Final Shape, which I believe is like the last big DLC part of it. Yeah, I'm not even fully sure of that. Is that like all of Destiny 2 for free, or is that just like the DLC? I'm not sure. Is that why there's 4 games instead of 3? But anyway, Alone in the Dark and Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, those 2 games we are definitely playing sooner rather than later. So we got that to look forward to, guys, coming up. So yeah, we might actually go and do like back-to-back detective games, depending on how long Black Sad takes us to beat. But yeah, let us continue on.
Despair caused by failure. Icy cold on the lips. Please, keep going. Regret caused by missed opportunity. A sharp aftertaste. Please don't look back. Go to where the sakura petals fall. Go to where the squirrels play. Go to where you can hear the sound of the waves. That is where I am. Holding my hand tight, those lost sensations come back to you. The feeling of running your hand through falling sakura blossoms, or through a squirrel's fur, or of grabbing a fistful of sand on the beach. And as you return from the wilderness, you gradually recover your other senses as well. We've reached the end of today's session. Don't get up yet, though. You were just in a very deep sleep, so you're probably still feeling a little groggy. I've switched to a different incense that'll help get rid of your drowsiness.
How you getting along, Traveler?
How are you feeling after your session, Paimon?
Kinda fresher and more relaxed? It feels cozy somehow.
Good. That's exactly how you should feel after having a nightmare eaten. It sounds like the session was quite effective.
Oh, for sure. Paimon especially liked how she used the sense of taste to help guide the process. But Paimon was asleep for most of it, so she's not really sure how it all works. Do the Yumikui Baku just like sneak into your brain and gulp down your bad dreams in one go?
It's quite a bit more complicated than that. It deals with people's most visceral emotions, which have to be handled with the utmost care and attention.
That sounds super mysterious.
Sorry, that probably made no sense at all. Anyway, don't worry about the details. For your purposes, Paimon, just think of it as Xion gulped your dreams away. How are you feeling, Traveler? Really? I still think there's more work to be done.
What do you mean?
You have quite a reputation for resilience and positivity, so I expected to find very few negative emotions in you at all. But when I was deep in your subconscious earlier, the sheer weight of the emotions hidden there was overwhelming. Well, even if you've buried those feelings deep enough to hide them from yourself, you can't hide them from a trained psychologist. But that's not what concerns me the most. Despite all your negative emotions, I couldn't find a single bad dream. So I just gave your mood a boost for now.
Huh. Well, maybe he's just an eternal optimist at heart.
Optimist or not, everyone has bad dreams. Maybe they're just hidden even deeper in your mind. You're a unique case, as I suspected.
But he said he feels cozy, just like Paimon. So whatever you did, the treatment worked.
True, but as a clinician, I would have hoped to reach a better understanding of my patient. Fine by me, as long as you can put up with a daily nap while holding my hand. Anyway, all jokes aside, it's time for you to try out the hot springs. Your mind has had the chance to de-stress. Now it's time to do the same for your body.
Oh, that sounds good. Paimon's feeling relaxed already. You know, this place provides a really great service. It's such a shame that you can't find more customers.
Don't start worrying about our bottom line again, or my work so far will count for nothing. Look, as long as we keep providing a great customer experience, we're sure to attract more business eventually.
If you say so.
I think the travelers recovered from the therapy session now. Let's head to the hot springs.
You know, it still blows my mind
Most impressive, I must say.
that, like, this happened, like, 3 years ago, basically, where they introduced the whole, what was that, the tea shop here? That has a freaking dog running it. We went there, like, 2 times, and they never address it again. And it's like, how is that not, like, the main place to hang out here? They still don't mention it.
Miko, what brings you here?
There you are. I heard a rumor that you were about to be kidnapped. Naturally, I had to come and see it for myself.
She's joking, right? Ugh, Paimon can never quite tell with her.
Miko, it's been a while.
She never mentioned? Interesting. We've known each other since before I became the Guji.
The
I've told her all
Gucci.
about you. But it sounds like she's forgotten all about me.
You'll have to forgive me. I just didn't want to scare the traveler off. And hi, I'm Miko's friend seemed like a surefire way to do that.
Oh, I've missed your way with words.
So, Lady Guji, to what do we owe the honor?
Why, I simply came to see the business that my dear friend has invested in. Oh, and also to urge you to sell your shares before their value plummets to nothing. You could always invest in the publishing house, you know. Business is always booming. You only need to ask.
Sounds serious. But what's wrong? Are the shares really gonna plummet to nothing?
Well, hasn't she told you? Of course. She's your therapist.
Oh my god.
She has the perfect excuse to never open
I'm
up.
dying.
The Isa bathhouse used to be very popular, although not because of the hot springs, despite the name. Their main selling point has always been the psychotherapy services offered by the Baku. But recently, a competitor cropped up. His name is Emura Ichigensai. He operates right here on Narukami Island, and his methods are said to be quite revolutionary. Since he provides a similar service to the bathhouse and boasts even better results, he was able to poach their entire clientele in just a matter of days. Oh, it's such a pity to see how empty this place is now.
Miko, my job is to relieve my clients of their burdens, not to share mine with them.
Oh, of course you'd say that. You're a professional. But no amount of professionalism is going to fix this situation, is it? I heard people have been lining up since the early morning for Emura Ichigensai's clinic today. He's seeing patients just west of Inazuma City. And, how many patients have you seen today?
Surely you know I'm not going to quit.
True. Very true.
So, that's it? You're just gonna leave?
Oh, I'd love to help, little one. But I don't want to upset my old friend.
Miko's acting all mysterious again.
I understand why she doesn't want to help. The two of us are technically competitors, after all.
Huh?
Light novels are one way for people to pursue happiness in their free time. So are hot springs, and so is therapy. Miko and I disagreed quite significantly over the question of how to make people happy.
Paimon is so confused by your friendship. Paimon's curious, though. After today, it's hard to believe that anyone could offer a better therapy service than the Yume Kuibaku, which begs the question, who is this Eimura Ichigensai guy anyway?
Something of a mystery. I tried to look into his background when he first started poaching my customers, but I couldn't find anything. I suspect he's avoiding me on purpose, since I'm a competitor. In all this time, I haven't even figured out basic things like where he sees his patients.
Well, we at least know where he is today, though, right? Miko happened to mention it in passing.
That's true. But I'm sure he'll find a way to avoid me again if I go looking for him.
Then why don't we go instead? We can pose as potential customers to get information out of him.
As I keep reminding you, this is my problem, not yours.
Exactly. You provide an amazing service here, and we want all our friends to experience it as well.
Huh. Well, now it just seems rude if I reject your help. In return, all I can offer is an even better service on your next visit.
Sure thing! Just leave this to us!
It was actually kind of lengthy of conversations we were having. As per usual in this game. Oh wow, all the way down here.
This should be the place. That guy looks official. Let's go ask him. Hi there. We're looking for Eimura Ichigensai. Are we in the right...
Pay first, take a ticket, then wait your turn.
Okay. 97. What number are you up to so far?
53. Be patient, I'll call your number when it's your turn.
Jeez, what a charmer. Looks like we're in for a long wait, huh? Sounds kind of therapeutic in its own way. But we don't really have a good excuse to resort to violence here. And we definitely don't want to scare off our target. Why don't we pass the time by talking to some of his other patients? It looks like there's a few of them standing over there. Sorry to interrupt.
Do I know you? Ah, so you're here for counseling too.
Yep. Fellow clients of Eimura Ichigensai here. Although this will be our first time using his service, so...
Service? How crass. We're talking about spiritual guidance here, not some business transaction.
In fairness to them, they haven't experienced it yet. Ignorance among the uninitiated is only to be expected.
Okay. Well, anyway, Isa Bathhouse calls it a service.
Ah, more defectors from the bathhouse, huh? Service might have a veneer of professionalism, but all it really means is inadequate treatment that costs a fortune.
Why do you say that?
I'll tell you why. After just a few sessions with Eimura Ichigensai, you'll completely forget about all your troubles. From then on, it's happy thoughts only. Today's supposed to be my last counseling session. He says that after we're done, nothing will ever trouble me again.
Meanwhile, Isa Bathhouse boasts about their strange and mysterious methods, but it's a total scam. They only treat the symptoms, not the root cause, meaning you have to go back time after time. Also, they can keep charging you, of course.
Exactly. Overpriced and ineffective. But counseling from Emura Ichigensai? I can't get enough. I know I'm done after today, but I'd take any excuse to keep coming back.
Me too. Probably see you tomorrow then?
Whatever the truth of the matter is, Paimon is starting to seriously dislike these guys.
Wow. Everyday kind of situation.
Fine. Yeah, so we're mostly here to see what all the fuss is about. You guys seem to be experts by now. Is there anything we need to do to prepare for our session?
No, you don't need to do anything. Just show up, take a seat, and he takes care of the rest. I remember he lit some incense. It smelled wonderful and instantly relaxed me.
I already know of the troubles that bring you to me.
I don't know why I lose my temper so easily. I'm pretty messed up, right?
Yes, in the sense that all negative emotions are defects of the mind. But I can remove these defective feelings, leaving your mind healthy, whole and free of distressing thoughts. Now, receive my guidance.
I don't actually remember the guidance, but anyway, it clearly worked. I guess whatever he said disappeared from my mind and took my problems along with it. Oh, so rude. Your counseling session will change your mind. In more ways than one.
We're only being cautious. What's wrong with that? You said it yourselves. The whole reason everyone's coming to this guy is because they're worried about getting scammed out of their Mora.
That's a fair point. You just need some reassurance, right? In that case, I can let you in on a little secret.
Go on.
Well, someone in my family actually knew Imura Ichigensai before he made a name for himself. Apparently, he had a terrible temper. Pretty much everyone in the neighborhood had issues with him. But he must have had some sort of epiphany, because he did a complete 180. Went from having the most rotten temper you can imagine to one of the most cheerful people around. Even more amazingly, all the people who used to despise him ended up becoming his best friends. His neighborhood's more peaceful and pleasant than it's ever been. So you can rest assured that whatever treatment you get from Imura Ichigensai, he tried and tested it on himself first.
Huh? What a ridiculous story.
Doubt it all you want. I heard it straight from my relative who knows him personally.
What should we do now? We may have burned our bridges with these two. Yeah, there's still a lot of people ahead of us, though. Why don't you take a rest while Paimon keeps watch? Just like how we do it on the road.
Go of your pain. Who are you? It burns! Breathe it right now!
Doing a lot of really cool stuff with this one, despite it being like, you know, cutscene to cutscene kind of stuff. Still, the cutscenes are interesting. Which is like, I guess, it's annoying when they do cutscene to cutscene to cutscene to cutscene, but this is way better than they normally do, because a lot of the times it's just reverse shot of people saying stuff. Where this is actually like, they're doing stuff with it at least. So, I guess I'll take it.
That was a long wait. Paimon's gonna need a nap after this, too. Alright, now time for us to go meet Mr. Amura Ichigenzai.
We just woke up from a nap, though.
Hello, we're number 97. It should be our turn now, right?
Yeah, sorry, the clinic's closed for the day.
What? Why?
Because Emura Ichigensai doesn't have limitless energy, that's why. He's gone home to rest. You'll have to try again tomorrow.
But, we've been waiting so long!
Not as long as some people. Try getting here earlier next time. Save yourself the trouble. Spiritual masters like Emura Ichigensai cultivate their powers with peace and solitude. Someone like you ain't gonna find them.
Drat! We should have barged in after all! Yeah, nothing else we can do for today.
Alright, well, obviously he's like a dark spirit situation happening. Actually, could we just ask her to teleport here? Oh, there was a giant red glowing eye. Everyone was all glowing all black and red. I don't know about you, but I feel like that's a bad sign.
So he gives spiritual guidance, and it takes all your troubles away and leaves only happy thoughts?
Yep, at least that's what his clients say.
How is that possible? Not even Mizuki could do that, and she's an incredible psychologist.
Is that right? Paimon was gonna say, it all sounds too good to be true.
It certainly is. Humans are, how to put this, they're a moody race. Always upset about something. Show me a human without a care in the world, and I'll show you what messed up really looks like.
You think? Because honestly, this sounded pretty convincing. And they said they only left the Isa bathhouse because they found it didn't deal with the root cause of their issues.
But the idea he is spreading is categorically wrong.
That settles it then. Emura Ichigensai is a quack, making false claims to steal all our customers.
Is that why he's doing this? To steal our customers? Or is there more to it? It's unfortunate that you didn't get to meet him in person. I need some idea of the kind of person he is. Otherwise, I have no hope of figuring out his motivations and goals.
Yeah, it's too bad. Although, if it's any help, we did hear a bit about his backstory from someone else. Apparently, he used to have a really rotten temper, but then one day he suddenly reached enlightenment and became a spiritual master or something.
That's not how that works.
Emura Ichigensai. Rotten temper. Now wait just a minute. Filing patient records is normally the most tedious job in the world. But once in a while, something mildly amusing grabs my attention. Take a look at this.
Oh, you mean that thing that you literally gave us like a 20 to 30 minute mission before to do. You assholes.
Amora Chuya?
It's him. I remember him.
Wait, that guy? Oh no!
What is it? What about him?
Where to start? Imagine a big ball of negative emotion took on human form and started walking around. That's pretty much Murochuya. His patient record mentions that he loved nothing more than a heated argument. No matter how trivial it was, he could never agree to disagree. He always had to be right. The happiest part of his day would be winning an argument and proving the other person wrong. If he lost, he'd sulk, and if anyone called him out, he'd throw a huge tantrum. Before long, he'd turned everyone against him.
Sounds like he had issues.
Oh yeah, serious issues. Anyway, since no one would talk to him in real life anymore, he turned to the reader's letters column of a magazine by the Yae Publishing House, where he would attack writers and trade insults with other contributors. Naturally, this ruined the column for everyone, and the editors soon started rejecting his letters. Next thing you know, he's written a complaint letter to the Tenryou Commission, demanding that Inazuma pass a law to make it illegal for the Yae Publishing House to reject letters from readers.
Gee whiz! Where would you even start with a client like that?
In my case, by giving them a wide berth. Mizuki dealt with this guy. I'm pretty sure he only came here to try and start something. But Mizuki managed to get him into a session, and after some treatment, his mood improved by a lot.
Murasaki makes him sound like a rabid animal. He wasn't that out of control. Sure, his personality was very abrasive, but it wasn't hard to see why. Once I understood his situation, I was able to diagnose him very quickly. You have very high expectations for yourself, but you've faced a lot of rejection in the past and haven't achieved much in your life. You've never had any real close friends, so you don't know what healthy connections with other people look like. This puts you and your ego in the center of your world. In short, you long to feel a sense of accomplishment and to receive attention from other people. But both of these are lacking in your life. You have no idea how to properly deal with these emotions, so you've been taking it out on other people, partly to seek attention, and partly because you get a shallow sense of accomplishment whenever you win a war of words with another person.
You promised the world in your adverts, and that's seriously the best you can come up with? I'm not even going to bother explaining all the reasons you're wrong. I mean, you completely misunderstood why I even sent that complaint letter. The Yae Publishing House practically has a monopoly on Inazuma's publishing industry. How can they ignore what their readers have to say?
In the magazine column you wrote to, your strongly worded letter appeared alongside dozens of others which praised the writer for their work. You can't talk about what their readers have to say without including them, too.
No one with half a brain would praise a festering pile of garbage like that. Those are not opinions worth listening to.
So when I touched on the idea of you having an egocentric worldview, this is the kind of thing I was talking about.
Like... you...
Wow! How the heck did you get him to stay for treatment after dropping all of that on him?
Simple. The more he realized the truth of my diagnosis, the more he compulsively searched for evidence to refute it with. He lost the ability to communicate like a normal human being. So I kept him here by using his preferred mode of interaction: argumentation. The Tenryou Commission had ignored his complaint letter, so he had no outlets left for his emotional outbursts. Eventually, with the help of some incendiary words, I got him to agree to try some basic therapy. Finally, I was able to tweak his mood and stabilize his condition. It's a shame, really. If I'd only been able to see him a few more times, I know I could have helped him work through his personality issues. But unfortunately...
It was all my fault.
For the last time, it was his fault for being a nutjob.
What? What happened?
Well, one day, he comes in as usual for therapy, but Mizuki isn't here, so Shion sees him instead. I don't know what got into him that day, but he suddenly announced that he wished to be free of his troubles for good, and demanded that Shion make that happen. Obviously, she didn't manage it, and then he pulled out a complaint letter to try and intimidate her. That was the last straw for me. I kicked him out and blacklisted him. He hasn't shown his face here since.
Whoa.
Anyway, now everyone's had a look at his record. Do we think there's any chance that this guy and Imura Ichigensai are the same person? Because it sounds to me like after he didn't get what he wanted, he decided to have his revenge by lying to our customers and getting them to leave.
Bad dreams are formed from a buildup of negative emotions in the subconscious. You can't simply trick people into not having them anymore. If Murasaki was right, then surely they'd have seen his lies for what they are by now.
There's no point hemming and hawing. Let's report this guy to the Tenryo Commission for fraudulent business practices. If he can complain, so can we.
Is anyone there?
We'd like to book a therapy session. Can we start now?
Hello! Please come with me. I'll get you registered.
Wait. Those are the two guys Paimon mentioned earlier. Just this morning, they were calling the bathhouse a scam and a ripoff. How are they back here already?
Oh, really? Well, that proves it, doesn't it? I was right. Now that they've realized they were lied to, they've come back. So chin up, Mizuki. I bet you business will start picking up again from tomorrow morning.
Yeah! You Yume Kuibaku provide an unbeatable service. No scammer's gonna run you girls out of business.
Interesting. Well, good. Murasaki, go help Shion, please.
Should have kept my mouth shut. I jinxed it, and now I have to work again.
Now we just need to report this guy as a fraud to the Tenryo Commission. Like Murasaki suggested. Problem solved. It looks like the Isa bathhouse will be back in business in no time. No idea if our investigation actually helped, though.
Of course it did. You were a huge help, and I owe you big time for it. Now then, you only got partway through the VIP experience last time, didn't you? You still have to try the hot springs and snacks. Both are top tier.
Oh, true! How could Paimon forget about that? Especially the snacks. Wow, Paimon feels incredible now. Nothing beats the complete service package. Agreed! Although Paimon didn't notice her inside just now. What could she be doing out at this hour? Let's ask around. Hey there, Mr. Aikawa. Do you have any idea where Mizuki went?
Oh, you're looking for Mizuki? She actually tends to disappear for a while around this time every evening. It's the one part of the day where she gets to relax herself. As for where she goes and what she does during that time, I'm afraid I have no idea.
She takes the evenings to relax, huh? She probably tells people she's relaxing, but actually she's digesting the bad dreams, right? Hope she's not having any digestive trouble. Oh, remember the place from last time? Let's head there and check on her.
Okay, yeah, no, I was right. Getting turned around myself. Once again, we could just probably teleport there to the beach.
we got pulled into one of her bizarre dreams again.
Traveler? Paimon? What are you doing here?
Well, firstly, we were hoping to get our next appointment booked in.
Oh, I see. I was planning on making it back before you finished in the hot springs, but I ended up spending longer here than I intended. Don't worry, this isn't a dream. I was just feeling a little sad.
What's up? Indigestion getting you down again?
No, my digestion was fine this time. What you saw just now was the aftermath of the digestion process. Like I said, bad dreams are basically bundles of all kinds of negative emotions. When I digest them, I feel them all for myself. So when I'm processing these emotions, I tend to get quite, well, emotional.
Does that happen to all Yumikui Baku?
Oh, don't worry about the others. To feel these emotions, you first have to understand them. Most Baku have a very poor understanding of humanity. So to them, a human bad dream just tastes like a slice of bland white bread. They can basically wolf it down and barely notice the flavor. I'm the odd one out in that sense. When I was studying abroad, I made a serious effort to learn as much about human psychology as possible. Now I understand human emotions much better. I can empathize with them, and I can now discern many complex emotions when I turn my attention to digesting bad dreams. But still, that's no reason for you to be concerned about me. I wouldn't be much of a psychologist if I didn't have the mental fortitude to handle this stuff. Letting your emotions out is one of the most effective ways to process them. Now that I've done that, my mental state is back to normal.
Paimon thought maybe seeing those customers had upset you somehow. It even makes Paimon mad. You work so hard for them, and then they turn around and accuse the bathhouse of being a money-making scam? Yes, they were led astray by some swindler, but it's not like they took much persuading.
I can't blame them. The idea that you can forget all of your troubles and never have a bad dream again is a very alluring one. Who wouldn't want to believe that? Traveler, if I really could make you forget all of your troubles for good, would you want me to try?
Honestly, guys, after seeing last Friday there was the stream for Zomasen Zero 2.0, their next big update where they're adding a bunch of new stuff and changing a bunch of correcting a bunch of features and stuff in there. It kind of doesn't feel like they're really paying attention to Genshin anymore, and they kind of just moved on to Honkai Star Rail and Zomasen Zero in terms of like making significant improvements to the health of the game, because there's stuff in this game that I view as like problems since like year 1 or 2, and they just like refuse to ever address them or go back to them or try to fix them. Like, they have added stuff to this game in terms of like making things easier in certain respects, but then they're just like core fundamental things where it's just like there is zero reason why this multi-$100 million game should have just like a simple black screen with white text. And that's a normal staple of this game that you will see fairly regularly. No, you have a fuckload of artists. Single panel art piece. Do it. Like, Shia LaBeouf that shit. Just do it! I hate it. I hate when they do this stuff. Like, don't, like, Don't cheap out and not have a cutscene in a place where there should be a cutscene and then just put up words there describing what the cutscene would be. Either do the cutscene, have an art piece, and then the words, or just fucking remove it altogether from the game. Because this shit is annoying and lame. Do a cutscene. Of some sort. Not really.
You really are different from other people.
I know, I'm built different, thank you.
Discovering what troubles people is easy for me, even in your case. But although I can see your troubles clearly, I still don't completely understand you. Thanks for checking in on me. As a psychologist, I know how to take care of myself, but you showing that you care is still appreciated. Anyway, it's much too late to book another appointment now. You should head home, get some sleep, have a wonderful dream, and come see me again tomorrow.
Alright, good night!
Bye for now. If you still want to book another appointment tomorrow, make sure to come see me early.
That's another thing I hate. Where they do the most minimal, lazy engagement of like, are you still paying attention? It's been 45 minutes of us doing nothing but back-to-back cutscenes. Are you paying attention? Say goodnight. Despite the character never actually saying those words. But hey, you hit X once. That's engaging. Like, oh, this started out so strong. With having like the whole... It's weird. It started in first person and they had us do the head nod thing. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be different. And then we went into that dream for a bit, and then as soon as we came out of the dream, we started doing the same exact shit that every single one does. It's like, you were right there. You had concepts that were different. And then you just fucking threw them away after using them one time. Why does this game do this? Why do they make things, show it to you, and be like, cool, and now we're never using it again. Moving on. Back to the same old formula that everybody fucking hates and finds as bland and boring. It's like, brother, what the fuck? Then what was the point of doing it the first time? What was the point?
So this is a day in the life of the traveler.
Okay, I think something's up with those guys coming back here.
Mizuki! We're here to book our next therapy appointment.
They were poisoned. We poisoned their dreams and had them come back.
Oh no, what's wrong with them?
They've been like this ever since they woke up.
Ooh, it's an extreme case of indigestion.
Huh? How come? Oh, did they eat too many nightmares last night?
I doubt it. We only had 4 customers yesterday, including you two.
Paimon blames the other 2.
You're right. Something's definitely wrong with their nightmares. Our ability to digest dreams isn't just a matter of quantity. It depends on the emotional intensity, too. Point being, no normal person should ever have a nightmare of this magnitude.
Vomiting rainbows.
Oh, this situation is dire. If I can't find a way to help them digest their dreams soon...
What can we do? Let us help!
We need to find those 2 customers from yesterday and figure out the cause of their bad dreams. Without knowing that, I have no way of treating them. Traveler, Paimon, I know you spoke to them both. Think you can track them down?
Let's see. They did say they were gonna get counseling from Amora Ichigensai again. Chances are that's where we'll find them.
Lead the way. I'm coming with you.
Let's confront the phony! The big fat phony! Pull some JD Salinger shit. They're all just a bunch of phonies. I need to read more of his books. I've only read Catcher in the Rye, and it's like, I wonder if that's like just a continuous thing. Like, I know nothing about him, the writer himself. It'd just be funny if he was just like a jaded dick, and every one of his books is literally just the same exact thing of everyone being a phony. Oh yeah, fun fact. Oh fuck. Alright, cutscene.
You know, I went out to sea earlier today, but was so distracted that I lost my net. Oh well, it's not a big deal though.
Okay, fun fact. There was a Captain America movie in the 90s/late 80s. Nobody remembers. It's not good. Like, it's not bad, but it's very, like, a superhero made in the early 90s. So it's just, like, it's about as good as you think that would be. And I just found out the guy that played Captain America was J.D. Salinger's kid. And it's like, wow. That's a weird connection I never thought I'd know. Obscure 90s Captain America movie directly linked to Catcher in the Rye writer. Random. And his son was pretty good in it, I'd say. I mean, the movie had a lot of problems, but his acting definitely wasn't one that was, like, a problem.
Yeah, I messed up today too. But hey, what's the big deal? A few bandits got away, it's not the end of the world.
Interesting.
Hey, you two! Murasaki and Shion are sick, and it's all because of your bad dreams!
Whoa, someone's in a bad mood, huh? So funny.
I know, right?
What's wrong?
They're acting so weird. Paimon was pretty aggressive just now, but they don't seem offended at all.
Allow me. Gentlemen, do you still remember visiting Isa Bathhouse last night for dream regulation therapy?
Did we?
I don't think so.
Huh. Do you recall having any bad dreams recently?
No, why would I? What in this world could be so bad that it'd give me nightmares?
Nope, nothing comes to mind. Bad dreams must be highly irregular, surely. You don't have to look far to see that life is beautiful.
What is going on? It's like they've completely forgotten what they did last night.
Or even how they were talking yesterday.
Although Paimon can believe what they're saying, they don't exactly seem troubled by nightmares. Does that mean Amora Ichigensai's counseling actually works?
No, they're clearly not in their right minds. Traveler, Paimon, focus hard for a second. I'm gonna try something a little unorthodox.
Whoa! What did you do?
Entered their subconscious minds. I noticed they've both become disassociated from their subconscious, meaning I can access it, similarly to how I enter people's dreams.
No! No! Those thugs! I won't let them get away with this! I won't!
The sea is too rough today. I should stay on dry land till things calm down.
Huh?
As you can see, their troubles haven't gone anywhere. Susukida seems to have a short fuse, which causes him to act out of line. I'm sure this has caused him a lot of grief in his line of work. As for Umiko, I believe he developed a fear of stormy waves after a near-death experience. Now he's reluctant to sail out to sea at all, which is having a devastating impact on his livelihood. Their negative emotions have been isolated from their conscious minds and left to float around in their subconscious. That's why on the outside, the only emotion they appear to feel is happiness. But those suppressed emotions will only continue to fester in their subconscious, eventually turning into the nightmares that have been giving Murasaki and Shion indigestion. If it's Emura Ichigensai's doing, I guess he's not the straightforward calm man we thought he was. Maybe he really does have ways of influencing human emotions. That would explain why no one has blown the whistle on him yet. Did you notice anything strange when you came here yesterday?
Not really. They were a lot more serious than today. You sure kept that one quiet.
Oh, no. Look, we have to find this Emura Ichigensai right away.
Mizuki, what is it?
Something inhuman is at work in Emura Ichigensai. The Traveler's dream confirms that. He has victimized everyone who has received his so-called counseling. If we don't find and stop him as soon as possible, his victims may well suffer irreversible damage to their psyches.
Yikes! Well, guess we better press these guys a little harder. Do you know when Emura Ichigensai will be here next?
What's with the urgency? Why does it matter when he shows up?
Yeah, he'll turn up when he's ready. No point in trying to rush him.
Oh, this is infuriating.
You do remember what happened last night, both of you. Only you don't want to talk about it, because you can't reconcile the presence of a nightmare with the happiness you presently feel. Just thinking about it brings up an overwhelming sense of being torn apart. You can't quite put it into words, but you fear you're a hair's breadth away from a total breakdown. Is that about right?
Please, stop. Everything will be fine as long as we don't think about it.
Emura Ichigensai's treatment has clearly left you wounded and vulnerable. But don't worry, I'm not here to snap you out of your denial. At least, as long as you answer our question.
All right. But seriously, we really have no idea. We've asked already, and all we know is that he's not coming today.
Yeah, apparently, yesterday's session kind of tired him out.
Is he trying to hide from me again?
They really don't know anything? Darn! Looks like we've hit a dead end.
I don't suppose you know where he lives, do you?
No. We did ask yesterday, but even his guard didn't know.
Maybe it was his guard that's him.
In that case... Yes, I suppose. Now that I know what's causing their bad dreams, I can administer the correct treatment. Honestly, you've already done your part by bringing me here. I can't keep troubling you.
Don't forget, we want to book our next therapy session. The sooner you stop having to worry about Emura Ichigensai, the sooner we get you all to ourselves. So we're not gonna quit until all this is resolved, and the bathhouse is back to business as usual.
Looks like I have no choice but to accept your help again. I have to make sure Murasaki and Shion get the treatment they need. Still, I'm gonna need your full cooperation. If you do find Emura Ichigensai, please do not approach him. Just send me a message and keep an eye on him until I arrive. The last thing I want is for you to put yourself in harm's way.
Don't worry about that. You should see some of the other bad guys we've taken down in our time. This guy's small potatoes compared to them.
Paimon.
Alright, sure. We'll keep our distance and send the message.
Very good. Let's get going then.
Pretty bold claim saying you'll track this guy down. It's nice of you to give Mizuki one less thing to worry about and all, but what the heck do we do now? What if we can't find him? 'Cause, in case you hadn't noticed, these guys are hopeless. They don't know anything. Oh, wait, you're right! She was the one who tipped us off about this place yesterday! She probably knows way more than she let on. There's no time to lose! To the Grand Narukami Shrine!
God, we haven't been here in 2 years. Been so long.
She's usually somewhere around here.
Here for a fortune slip, little ones? Or visiting a friend?
Whoa! Where did you come from?
That was a little lukewarm. You're starting to sound a lot like her. But pleasantries aside, what's the matter? You look rather out of sorts. You may remember I dropped a not-so-subtle hint as to his whereabouts yesterday. You mean to tell me you still haven't found him?
Aha! So you did bring him up on purpose!
Let's not lose focus here. You're here to ask for my help. So would you mind explaining the situation to me?
Yeah, fair enough. We went to the place you mentioned, but he slipped through our fingers. Next thing we heard was he's not seeing patients there anymore. Apparently, he loves his peace and solitude. So obviously, we've got no idea where to find him now.
Oh, and after the lengths I went to get you that location.
Don't know if this helps, but we did learn some other stuff about him yesterday. For example, a guy matching Amura Ichigensai's description came to Mizuki for therapy once. Only his name was Amura Chuya.
Wait, what? Amura Chuya?
You know him?
I once asked the Yai Publishing House to host an event for contributors to the Reader's Letters column. I had hoped it might be a fun chance to meet some like-minded people and chat. Until he showed up. Are you telling me that Emera the Hellraiser and Emera the Healer are the same person?
Based on everything we've learned so far, it certainly looks that way.
All right. Well, in that case, give this address a try.
Really? Who chooses to live in a place like that?
This was the delivery address he gave to the Yai Publishing House once, when he placed an order for several dozen books in one go. He also requested to pay on receipt. The warehouse took one look and assumed it must be some kind of prank, so they rejected the order, earning them an honorable mention in his complaint letter. Of course, with the benefit of hindsight, it's rather obvious why he lives there. Someone as antisocial as him wouldn't be welcome anywhere else.
You've got a point. Well, we clearly made the right decision coming to talk to you.
I'm just glad I could help my old friend.
You mean Mizuki? So you really do want to help her?
I can tell that she's invested an awful lot into the Isa bathhouse. It's only natural for me to show some concern when I see a friend's business in trouble.
Really? 'Cause yesterday it looked more like you were looking for a fight.
I assume Mizuki has told you that we're competitors? She has always believed that, ever since we were classmates. And now that I'm the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine, I'm sure she must feel the need to prove herself through her endeavors at the Isa bathhouse. The last thing she'd want is for me, of all people, to swoop in and save the day the moment the going gets tough. So if I want to help, I have to be mindful of her feelings and tread delicately. I'll take that as a compliment. Mizuki's always so considerate towards others. It would be nice for someone to reciprocate once in a while. Well done, you took the hint. Now, while I'm sure you'd love to chat longer, you seemed to be in a great hurry when you arrived. Shouldn't you be on your way?
Oh, right. Come on, let's send a message to Mizuki right away.
Oh, yeah, okay, all the way up there. all the way out there, as if it's not, like, it's just slightly over more. Alright, actually, hold on. Let's, we got all those characters, so let's... We got him. We got her, and it's like, who the fuck are you? You're like one of so many characters now where it's just like, ooh. Oh, wow. We almost have her full constellation, and we have never really played her. I take it back, we have full constellation. Wow. I was thinking about trying to level her up to be a replacement for Dayluk on our fire. On our, like, main fire stuff. But then we got her. And it's just like... From now on, if there's ever, like, a sure thing, like we had, I'm going with the sure thing. I like... This game's broke me, alright? I hate the pull system. It is so fucking bad. How do I favorites it? I also need to work on her. She's supposed to be a really good healer. Alright, and I still think this is busted as fuck, having her be a 4-star. I think... I know they're not doing this, and they never will. Like, they do it in Honkai Star Rail, they do it in Zone of Sin Zero, but not Genshin. Where they'll release a different version of a character. I think... If they were to do that in here, Ningguang should be, like, at the top of the list of someone that they should re-release. With, like, a different set and have her be a 5-star. Alright. Was there ever a shack here before? I do not remember that being here. Although, to be fair, it's been like 3 years.
This should be the place Miko mentioned, right?
Traveler, Paimon.
Coincidence.
Mizuki! That was quick.
All thanks to you two. With what I learned from those two guys, I managed to give Murasaki and Shion effective treatment as soon as I got back. That meant I was free to head out again as soon as I received your message. So, this is where Emura Ichigensai lives.
Sure hope so, 'cause this is our only lead. Wait, do you guys smell that too? Some kind of fragrance. Seems like it's coming from inside.
Then that confirms it. We've come to the right place. Now we may face great danger once we're inside. So from here on out, stay close to me and stay focused. I don't want either of you getting hurt.
We'll be fine. You just focus on what you need to do.
All right, fine. I suppose you're used to leading the charge.
Like, we've got to do a fight here, man. Yes, okay. I was gonna say, we've been at this for like an hour and a half. And we've gotten, like, no combat out of this. But that's usual for these things. Oh, we're back into the dreamscape. Dude, we haven't seen stuff like this since, like, again, 3 years ago when they did the Shiki Taisho event, which I still stand by as one of the best events they've ever done. And is hands down the best event that they've ever done in Inazuma. A lot of the other top tier events I would probably say are the summertime events. Summer festival stuff.
Whoa. This is not what Paimon was expecting. This is creepy. Feels like there are loads of eyes staring at us.
Calm, yet repressed.
Oh.
The signs are all there.
What is it, Mizuki? Figured something out?
Nothing new. Just further confirmation of my suspicions. Emura Ichigensai should be hiding deep inside this place. Stay close to me.
Yeah, those were the doors that he slammed. Those are the doors he's hiding behind.
He set up an ambush?
Seems like we're not welcome here.
Oh, dude, we never did get to play as her during the event. Ow.
Let's dance. Ready, steady, go!
No, my sword! Witness the power of Guwa. My apologies.
A moment, please. Have a safe trip.
Boom. He is destroying.
Embrace the ice. Turn that frown upside down.
Dude, her move's pretty good. It does like a little burst explosion when it lands, I think.
Miss Yume Mizuki, you found me at last. Ah, and I see you've brought some friends with you. Please, forgive my lack of hospitality.
Emura Chuya. So it is you.
Mizuki was right after all. Paimon wasn't expecting him to be so polite, though.
Please, do not call me by that name anymore. The old me was plagued by negative emotions. But I have parted ways with them now. That period of my life is consigned to the past.
Period.
And the name along with it.
You have to listen to me. There is no way to get rid of all your negative emotions. This life you're living now is a lie.
Your perspective is most amusing.
What's so funny? Don't you know you're harming people?
Harming people? That's what you believe? Very well. I understand and accept your perspective, even if you cannot afford me the same courtesy in return.
What is up with him? He's being so calm and polite. So why does everything he says make Paimon want to punch him?
As you can see, Miss Yume Mizuki, all my psychological problems have been completely resolved. I must thank you for your attempts to diagnose my condition. But I see now that the truth is far simpler than you were proposing. All my misery was merely a consequence of human frailty. I could not hope to remove my emotional impurities on my own strength. I lived in fear and anger. Fear that I was not worthy of other people's attention. Anger at how they invalidated me. I became a slave to my emotions. they turned me into a wretched and loathsome creature, hostile to everyone. But things are different now. I have acquired the ability to eradicate those emotions for good. No
The
longer
power of
will
denial.
I be afraid. Never again will I be stirred to anger. No, I am filled now with only one emotion, and that is happiness. I have become humanity perfected.
What I'm hearing is that you've developed your own unique understanding of psychological issues. So how about you play therapist this time? I have a couple of cases I'd love to hear your thoughts on.
I would be delighted.
The first is a soldier with poor control of his temper. He flies off the handle too easily, and it gets him into all sorts of trouble. This is having a significant impact on his daily life, and he's developed symptoms of depression as a result.
He simply needs to let go of his anger. Then he will surely find peace and happiness.
The second is a fisherman who's developed thalassophobia. Now he is unable to provide for his family, which is causing him immense anxiety.
Oh, of course. He must cast his fear far away and forget it ever existed. Then he can return to the sea at once.
I'm sorry, but you're wrong on both counts.
Oh?
The soldier's anger is rooted in his strongly held principles. Yes, his rage can make him reckless, but it also fuels his deep desire to stand against injustice. Losing his anger made him passive and apathetic. He now stands by and does nothing as bandits attack innocent people. The fisherman's fear made him one of the most reliable sailors around. Thanks to his cautiousness and diligence, accidents were a rare occurrence among his crew, despite the dangers of their profession. But after forgetting his fear, he destroyed the fruits of the entire crew's labor on his first return to the sea. Fascinating, isn't it? Anger gives people the courage to stand up for what they believe in, and fear nurtures care and attention. Emotions are integral to human dreams, and after many years of dealing with their dreams, the Yumeko Ibaku have learned an important secret about human emotions. Negative emotions do not just go away. They will always be there. This is true for everyone. Not only that, but their presence is essential. You can't have a healthy human psyche without negative emotion. So do you have any idea what you've done to those poor men?
What an amusing theory. In fact, I do remember those two. But I'm afraid that the only emotion I sense in them now is happiness. How can you believe that negative emotions are required for a healthy psyche? It's a laughable theory. Don't you remember how I was when we first met? You call that healthy?
Acknowledging that negative emotions exist doesn't mean giving them free rein over our minds and lives. Humans have a whole gamut of emotions. They're supposed to keep each other in balance. But if that balance gets disrupted, emotions start working against each other. Untethered rage cripples the capacity to be careful and considerate. Uncontained fear drives people to abandon beliefs they once held dear. The person you were when you first came to my practice only proves this further. You were dominated by your emotions. Under their influence, you deliberately inflicted pain on other people. Meanwhile, the person you are now is so lost that you aren't even aware of the pain you're bringing to others. This diagnosis is going to sound harsh, but I'm afraid it's accurate. You've simply gone from one extreme to another. You say you've reached perfection, But you're just as dysfunctional now as where you started.
Phew. How entertaining. Still, there's no need for me to argue back. You have failed to provoke me. I will forgive you for this offense, because I know my present perfection to be a fact. I have direct and incontrovertible evidence. You once told me that nightmares are the result of a buildup of negative emotions. But ever since I acquired my present abilities, I never had another nightmare again. Clearly, that proves that all of my negative emotions have been definitively eradicated.
I'm afraid not. Look where we are right now. We're inside your nightmare.
What?
No wonder! Paimon knew something was up the moment we arrived!
The enemies that we encountered were manifestations of his negative emotions.
All
that
six
can
of
only
them.
happen in a nightmare.
No, that can't be.
That entity claimed it could remove your negative emotions. But all it did was separate them and store them deep in your subconscious, beyond your reach. There they were left to fester. Your situation is far worse than that of the other victims. It has deceived you at a much deeper level. You can't even perceive that at this very moment, you're in the middle of a nightmare.
How laughable. Fear? No. There is no fear left in me. This is all just a terrible joke. This is no dream. No.
Something's appeared behind him.
So, my arch-nemesis has seen through my trickery. Clearly, you came prepared. The emotional cocoon I'd wrapped him in was all but impenetrable. Yet still, you managed to tear it down.
Okay, this kind of makes me think of something. So, in Mondstadt, the latest event in there, which was okay, kind of was the culmination of all the past, like most of the past summertime events and some of the winter events. And in Mondstadt, they also push forward like kind of like lore and stuff that we don't normally see in other areas, including like famous like magician magic people and like learning about that kind of lore, like other famous like heroic people in the world we occasionally get to hear about. We haven't really gotten that kind of thing in other nations consistently. And I think, I don't know what this is yet, but I think if they moved on to having like a longer term storyline here about like larger entities that affect more than just one nation or something, and they start it and kind of focus it here in this nation, I think that would be cool, where every so often there's an event and those events tie together here. I think that would be super sick. But again, they're never going to do that because that would be interesting and innovative. And that's the last thing they ever try to do here. So let's see where this is going. $50. This is all going to get resolved and he's going to be defeated by the end of this, as they usually are for character events. But still, it would be cool if this turned out to be an ongoing thing. Also remember, there are I think maybe only 2 characters have a second hangout quest. Everyone got one. Not even everyone. A lot of the characters get one hangout quest. And I think there's only 2 characters that have actually had a second hangout quest, even though they're all marked hangout quest 1. I hope that they start pushing these quests more and we start getting second hangout quests with characters. But again, they just really haven't been doing that kind of shit. Probably won't, but I would like to see that.
So it is you. Just as I thought.
What is that?
A nightmare monster. A fearsome yokai that was once the bane of Inazuma. We Yumekui Baku eat the nightmares of humans, while they called those nightmares their home. So we were natural enemies. When I heard the traveler recount that strange dream, I knew that this was a possibility. But it's still a shock to see one of our long-lost arch-enemies in the flesh. They were supposed to have gone extinct long ago.
Then allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kurayume, and I am the last of my kind.
Kurayume. That's a name I haven't heard in a long, long time. How have you survived all these years?
Likewise, Yume-Mizuki is a name that takes me back to a different age. Although I must say, we may be born enemies, but I have never felt any great animosity toward you personally. Ultimately, the fall of the nightmare monsters was the fault of our hosts. Humans are such fragile creatures. But now, I have found a way to revive my kind, and you are too late to stop me.
Oh no! We've got to catch up to him!
This would be cool if they actually made this an ongoing thing where the nightmares are trying to seep in to our world. Oh, yo, chest. I don't know if we could walk through that, but I'm not falling for it.
What's happening? Haimon's feeling dizzy all of a sudden.
That's the feeling of rejection. It's so strong. Quick! After him!
Is this... No, this isn't the only place we've ever seen dreams. We've also seen that in, Natlan? No, not at Natlan. In,
There he is! Right there! Whoa! What happened to all the past?
He's repressing his emotions even harder.
Okay. I was thinking maybe it was gonna be invisible. Crap. What was the area right after this? That was the tropical area. Oh. Okay.
Cast your worries to the wind!
Wait, what?
Time to relax.
Oh. There we go. Cool. Okay, so that move hovers. Like, I knew it hovers, but I didn't know it actually hover over, like, open.
Turn that frown upside down.
There! He's got nowhere left to run!
The dreamscape here is awesome!
What's happening to the ground?
Watch out!
You bitch. If I used her specialty,
I used my powers to cushion our fall.
could have walked.
Is everyone all right?
Don't worry, we've fallen from bigger heights before. The bigger issue here is that he got away and we were so close! Ugh.
We've been completely cut off. That creature has taken complete control of his consciousness. We'll never catch him.
I'm that attitude, lady.
Would it be easier if we wake up now and go catch him in the real world? If this is his nightmare, he must be asleep somewhere, right?
Remember the fragrance we smelled on our way in? That's how the monster lures people into the dream state. Now we're inside. We can't get out unless we manage to defeat him in his true form. He's turned Emarachuya's nightmare into his lair. There's only one way to force him into the open, and that's by finding a way to eat this nightmare.
Eat this nightmare? But is that even possible?
Not only is it possible, Paimon, it's quite literally my job.
Oh, Paimon knows that. It's just... We all saw what happened to Murasaki and Shion, and this nightmare is super intense. Paimon's worried this won't turn out well.
This monster has harmed too many people. We have to stop it. It's okay. I knew what I was getting into. Let's get moving. We may not have caught him, but our chase wasn't in vain. He led us deep inside his dream. We should now be at the subconscious layer that makes up its core.
It's so dark.
That's what happens if you leave your negative emotions to fester. There must be a lot of emotional fragments in this place. We need to follow them one by one until we reach our destination.
Wait, but what is our destination?
Where the light is.
It was like an hour to get to this point. This should have been like the whole thing.
If I say it's your fault, it's your fault! Do you understand me? You shouldn't go running around with that stupid thing in your hand! Do you want to go hungry tonight?
Ugh, the atmosphere here is so... oppressive. Is it anger or fear?
Be careful. Every time we draw near to one of these...
You, a writer? Didn't they reject you already? Get rid of this trash! Go find a real job!
Aw, poor guy. Paimon feels so bad for him.
We shouldn't stay here. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, there's Writers' Festival that we came here for, too, at one point.
Ha ha! I won! Another round? That guy? He never joins in with anything. Why should we go out of our way to invite him? Let's keep playing. Ignore him.
Wow, that's so sad.
Nope, not here either.
Hmm? Look! There's the light!
I'm traumatized.
What is this place?
That's why I had to become a dick.
It's his sorrow. Yes, sheer overwhelming sorrow. Human emotions exist in a delicate balance. When that balance is lost, negative emotions spiral out of control and go on to fuel nightmares. By isolating these negative emotions and allowing them to fester, that monster has completely destroyed his emotional balance. That's why he was able to create such a powerful nightmare. If we want to restore balance, we have to dispose of the excess negative emotion.
Oh, so that's what you mean when you talk about eating nightmares.
Well done, Paimon. Very clever.
Aw. Alright, what's the next step?
I need to find a way to separate the negative emotions out. For that, I need a special medium. Sorrow might just do the job. As long as it's kept in check, it can calm the waves of emotions and help him regain some measure of control.
Let it out, Shuya. Let the tears flow. You'll feel better after a good cry.
This process will untangle his unbridled fear and anger, his unresolved resentment, and his unshakable despair. These excess emotions will be separated out from the rest. They are the source of this nightmare.
Open.
It's all right. It's an unpleasant flavor, but I've tasted it thousands of times. A good cry can work wonders. Even though he seems beyond helping, I think he should be able to take another step out from the swamp of despair now.
Are you ready to come out now, Chuya? I'll be waiting for you right here, son. I'd love to listen to more of your stories whenever you're ready.
All right. There goes that nightmare. Hopefully this marks the beginning of a sweeter dream.
Amazing! Suddenly, Paimon feels so relaxed and maybe even happy?
I thought I had found the perfect host, but you found the one weakness in his emotional armor.
Ah! He's back again!
Freeing a single host from my clutches changes nothing! You cannot stop me! I told you you are too late!
What is this place?
I can't believe it. He's brought us to the Borderland.
Borderland?
To put it simply, it's a dream within a dream. A space hidden deep within the collective Inazuman subconscious. A dream that can exist even without a host. This must be how that monster managed to survive the extinction of his kind. He hid here.
Mizuki, that eye.
He's trying to turn this place into a nightmare so he'll be more at home. And he's creating copies of himself. This place is connected to the dreams of every human in the nation. From here, he can place a copy of himself in every dream. If he succeeds, then he'll have effectively revived his kind already.
That seems insanely
then we
OP.
know what we need to do. We gotta take this guy down. Do we think a sword will do the job?
Maybe, if we can get close enough to reach his core. But he's brought the nightmares of all his victims here, and that gives him an immense amount of power. Dealing with this many in one go is going to take a different approach. We need a power to rival his nightmares. The power of sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams? Where are we gonna find those?
Lost minds. There should be some around here, and some of them will have come from sweet dreams originally. Come on, follow me. Careful. We've got to move quietly. The nightmare monster has usurped control here. We need to stay out of his sight.
Hello? Okay, I just did her move and it didn't activate.
Sweet dreams!
Ouchie!
Let's begin.
Whirling snow! Huh? No, my sword! My apologies!
Oh, god damn you.
Rain cutter!
It's gonna get a little chilly. On my way now.
That does so much damage for him.
Chasing Tanuki through the woods and climbing trees to hunt for Oni Kabuto. Thank you for lending us your happiness.
Frick.
Time to relax.
On.
Sweet dreams. Watching fireworks fly up into the sky and writing wishes on a prayer plaque. Thank you for sharing your passion.
Ooh.
All right, we've gathered enough power to proceed. Time to face him head on.
Really? Guys, come on. You didn't even do the rule of 3. We're trying to fight this ancient
The core should be just up ahead. This will be a tough fight.
dream monster, and we just needed 2 good
Are these
dreams.
sweet dreams not sweet enough?
I just wish we could have gathered some more. But these are all we could find in the immediate vicinity. Which means we're running out of time. Our chances of success are shrinking by the minute. We have to act now.
Don't worry, guys. With the power of friendship, we will do it. Oh, fuck. This isn't Kingdom Hearts. We're screwed.
No problem. We're ready to go.
No, Genshin. Why do people do that? Are people just incapable of reading titles of streams? That is like one of the most common things people do when they come in, is like, what are you playing? It's like, there's a title on the stream, literally down slightly. How is that a thing that people still cannot grasp in 2025? It blows my mind. Yeah, I fucked that up. That's my bad. Oh my god! That one was on me again. God damn it. I wasn't expecting his eye power. All right.
Turn that frown upside down.
Get all the way up here. Alright, right in time. We need this thing. We could maybe glide over? Okay, I kind of... No? And what the frick are we supposed to do? And we can't climb because we're in a dream. Slash, what? A dungeon, basically, set up. What the frick? So all of this is, like, gone. But the only way to get over there is to use her power. But her power doesn't regen fast enough. Okay, there. So we have to get over to that platform and then just glide immediately over. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, there we go.
Time to relax.
Alright, let's see what this fight is gonna look like. I hope it's not just waves of normal enemies. Are you... God. Oh my gosh, that was awkward.
The alacrity with which you walk into my trap surprises me. Do you not realize why I lured you here? Because this is my domain. Where are you?
Not yet, it isn't. Let me weave you a verse.
Boom. And there's gonna be another round. Come on, please, please let him have a physical form.
Now, use the power of the good dreams.
What does that mean? Oh, cool. You got summons. Dude, I can't wait. Next month is gonna be so fucking awesome. Summer Games Fest and the new Magic set of Final Fantasies coming out. It's gonna be so sick.
Upside down.
I actually haven't played Magic Arena whenever they did like a collab set. So I actually don't even know how they handle it on Magic Arena. I seriously, like, right now, you can get, like, some cards from the Final Fantasy set, or you can at least pre-order. But I don't know how they're going to deal with the full set. If that's exclusively, you have to buy it, or if you can earn some of them, or what. So yeah, I can't wait for the Final Fantasy set to drop.
I must confess, I am somewhat confused. Both of us bring happiness to humans now. Why must you still treat me as your enemy?
Bro. Because you bring delusional self, while she brings an actual balanced person.
Because the happiness you provide is a lie. All you do is make them forget their negative emotions exist. And now they're living under the illusion that they're gone for good. All the while, these repressed feelings continue to fester in their subconscious, eventually becoming nightmares intense enough to become your home. Your kind has always thrived by magnifying your host's negative emotions for your own gain. What you're doing now is no different from what you've always done.
Incorrect. This time, I shall change the fate of my entire kind. When a human becomes dominated by their negative emotions, when they lose their ability to survive, that is how my kin died out. But I can give them a fantasy instead, turning them into the perfect hosts, capable of surviving no matter how dire the situation in their subconscious gets. This is the path to a revival. My kin shall rise again!
You do realize what that means, don't you? You've gone from one extreme to the other.
Oh, I'm perfectly aware. There is nothing you can say that I do not already know. For over all the years that your kind has been learning about the human mind, I have been hiding here, watching and learning from the fruits of your labor. But I'm afraid I could not care less for the moral burdens that you impose upon yourselves. The health of the human psyche is of precisely zero interest to me. Now here is a question well worth thinking about. If we allowed the humans themselves to decide, which of us would they really choose? You or me? Do you see now? I won this battle long before you ever set foot inside this tree.
What's going on?
He's growing stronger, but we've exhausted the power of the sweet dreams already. Even if we could find more sweet dreams now, it still wouldn't be enough.
If you accept that negative emotions are an immutable presence in the human mind, then you must also know that such emotions include apathy and sloth. Without the Yumekibaku there to hold their hand and walk them through dream regulation therapy, do you honestly think that anyone would ever be inclined to embrace their negative emotions? No, they would sooner run from reality to forget all about their troubles and live inside an illusion.
But the whole reason I wanted to become a psychologist.
The power of psychology compels you, bitch.
Traveler.
It is the power of friendship.
These feelings. So that's how they should taste. Longing, caused by separation. So bitter, and yet the experience led to a whole new journey for you. If you keep pressing on, maybe even more precious memories await.
There's something off about their faces in this shot. Like, they both just seem so muted. Weird. Okay. FYI, recently I've started doing art studies specifically on like expressions in general, or like portrait drawing stuff that I do. And yeah, for some reason both of their like faces just do so minimal expression. It's weird in that shot.
Despair. Caused by
There.
failure.
That's the expression.
Icy cold. And yet in conquering this despair, you gained the courage to face the lightning.
Updating now. Jeez. I think you might have missed the whole big event that even happened with this patch. Which, by the way, that's totally insane. Like, the last few streams that we did was, like, this whole big thing. And it's only for the first half of it, I believe.
Regret. Caused by missed opportunity. A harsh aftertaste. And yet it's only through that loss that we can learn to appreciate everything we have.
Although that is something I did realize. I don't know if this is true for Honkai Star Rail, but in Genshin and Zoneless and Zero, their last updates for both of them, the first half of the update, really heavy with a lot of story stuff, but then the second halves that we're in now, absolutely nothing, barely anything in them, unfortunately.
And after all these flavors comes sweetness, passion, and refreshed hope. So that's why I was able to taste a sweet dream at our first meeting. Long before you ever met me, you'd already gained the courage to never avoid or run away from your feelings. And all your nightmares had become the fuel for sweeter dreams. The power that you have gained by processing everything from your long journey is surely far stronger than any power wielded by that creature. The whole reason I wanted to become a psychologist was to try and help people become someone like you.
Yeah. One of the biggest problems with Genshin is, like, the main story is fire, but a lot of the other story is kind of lacking. Oh, we got our lightning on. Nice. Dude, it's been a minute. I still haven't fully used our fire ability that we got in Natlan. By the way, guys, I just realized today they have not done an update to, like, there's two main stories going on. There's the traveling to all the different areas, and then there's specifically the story with the traveler and his sibling. They have not updated the traveler and his sibling story in like a year. It's been a while, and they like skipped a year too. So it's like it feels so far behind the like traveling to each nation story. I wish they'd focus on that a bit more and do more events or side stuff that involved us actually looking for our sister. Because it feels like they really haven't done any of that in like so long. Because I feel like we're probably gonna make it all the way up through all the Fatui stuff and still be like barely anywhere with our sister.
Once the false dream he created has been destroyed, I can make sure all his victims make a full recovery. I don't think I ever would have been able to do this without your help.
Don't mention it. What? He's still not dead? Wait, does anyone else hear water?
Maybe he made his host build some kind of device in the underwater cave. Once he realized we were onto him, he decided to sacrifice his host.
So you mean we're in danger in the real world too?
We've got to wake up.
But how? Like, pinch ourselves?
We need to kick. Inception style.
This should be high enough. Traveler, Paimon, jump.
Huh?
If you're afraid, then just take my hand and close your eyes. Yes, just like the last time.
Oh, the callback, guys. We literally did that like 2 hours ago when we first talked to her. Oh, cutscene. Like, at least we get nice little cutscenes in the character quests. I do wish that they were able to do them more frequently, though. Or fly. Wait, she can fly? Like, legit? I thought that was just a dream thing.
Hold on tight. The Yomeku Ibaku are getting to work.
We got our Peter Pan moment, guys. I prefer the Kingdom Hearts Dream Eaters. These dudes just kind of look like ant eaters. Oh wait, since you haven't played in 2 months, does that mean, was the last time you played before the volcano was out? Because the volcano unlocks a really cool quest line. Oh dude, that's a nice shot. Dude, that was a nice shot. Release the dating sim already. Everybody's waiting for it.
It's finally over. It's a good thing I had the foresight to ask them for help, or I'd be the one dying from indigestion tonight. They were very delicious. Traveler, could I pick your brain with another question? What do you think? Most people struggle to deal with their negative emotions. They bottle them up inside until they festered and turned into nightmares. As a result, humans have far more bad dreams than good ones, and most happy dreams are short and fleeting. They are so rare that it's basically impossible for them to be shared with others. Heck, there are even people out there who only have the mind space to have happy dreams after they've given us their bad ones. Which is all to say that the dreams we get to taste are usually bad ones. No matter how hard we try, we can't seem to change this state of affairs. I once believed the only reason we Yumeku Ibaku existed was to serve as a disposal method for nightmares. It's a fate that we cannot escape, no matter how many dreams we eat or how many years pass by. Even though I call myself a clinical psychologist, I also have dark thoughts sometimes. I suppose that's the only problem I have. Still, after learning the principles of psychology, I came up with a new way to look at all of this. If we can use psychotherapy to help people come to terms with their emotions, they'll gain the ability to deal with their nightmares on their own, so they'll no longer need to call upon us for assistance. That way, more and more people can free up their minds for truly happy dreams, until there'll be enough to share around.
A naive one, more like. Even though I've run this business for quite a long time now, it still hasn't come true. Not even once. So I must thank you, because after meeting you, I finally became sure that my wish is achievable. And knowing that is all the treatment I need against the dark thoughts I sometimes have.
There you are! Paimon's been looking everywhere for you, too! Paimon was just watching the Baku eat the nightmares. They got really full and started rolling around on their tummies. It was so cute. Anyway, that's why Paimon fell behind. Got a little distracted watching them.
Why?
And
Why
speaking of Baku, we were gonna book another appointment with you, weren't we? Remember? Before we got caught up in all those nightmare shenanigans?
It's a little late for that now. Ask me again tomorrow.
Oh.
Still, the night is young. Wanna stay here and watch the moon with me for a little longer?
Huh?
Complete! Alright. Yeah, I completed... There was the Mondstadt quest, and then there was a quest, by... Whoop! Let's see. Let's look at the map. I wish they'd let us zoom out further. Like, the map's gotten big enough. Yeah, there's the Mondstadt quest, which was... It was okay. There's still missing voice actors, so unfortunately that sucked a lot of the fun out of it. And then there was a big event here in Fontaine, which I think is already over. And then... Wait, so yeah, that was all for this update, and then last update was the big volcano area, which we still... Do we still need to finish off the volcano area? Shoot, I don't even remember. Okay, hold on. Let's view the map. Yeah, they had this whole area underneath the volcano. That was, like, super fun. Yeah, we did. We did finish up the volcano. Okay, I couldn't remember if we did. Because we did this late. So that we finished this up and then immediately went into the Mondstadt stuff. So I couldn't remember if we finished it up or not. Okay, well that character quest is a Dunyan Ring. Oh, wait, no? What? Wait, what? Complete! Oh, they're still having us do more. Okay. Wow. When they do that mission complete thing, I thought it was all finished out. It looks like it still has a little more left on the tail end. Which I think she is the first psychologist that we have met in-game. As, like, what their job is. Which, by the way, a psychologist that works at a hot spring. Definitely haven't seen that combo before. And honestly, the Mondstadt event was...
Excuse me! Hello! Please come register over here!
Right, the Mondstadt event's the summer event, but it... I can't even remember when they normally do the summer event. I'm so brain broken. It honestly feels early in the year to do the summertime event already. So it's like, well then what's gonna happen in, like, July or June? Because we're in 5.6 now. Are we gonna get points? I'm assuming we're gonna get 0.7, and then maybe we'll get 6.0, which will be the Fatui homeland. Because I don't think we've seen... Have we seen anything on the homeland yet? On, like, the next big region? I don't think they've... Hold on. We're gonna go to Game8. They usually have all of the, like, latest news stuff on these. Let's go check there and see if they have anything on it. Let's see here. honestly, right now, I'm just super excited for Zoneless Zen Zero. Next Friday. Next week, next Friday, is the 2.0 update, which all the, like, big numbered, like, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, all those updates always bring in new areas. And for Zoneless Zen Zero, it's their first big, like, update, where they're adding in, like, basically Chinatown into the game, and it looks freaking awesome. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, they already showed off the 2 new characters, one of which we see in Mondstadt. Hylia? I can't remember how he pronounced it. We talked to him like 2 times. He's gonna be an available character next time, as well as Skirik. Some of these names, I could not for the life of me. I think she was the girl we ran into when we fought the interdimensional space whale. I think. She's a generic white girl with white hair and, like, white and blue motif. Like, she literally could be in, like, any gacha video game. She looks so generic, unfortunately. Let's see here. But yeah, it does look like there's gonna be a 5.7 update. And then they skip 0.9 every single time. And I think they might do 0.8 sometimes, but I think most of the time they go from 0.7 to the new number. So I think after the next update, after 5.7, they're just going to go straight to 6.0. Which, you know, I'm that big of a nerd where I actually keep track of these things. Let's see here. Did they even do the live stream? Oh, no. Okay, the live stream didn't even happen. Okay, Genshin version 5.7 is expected to be released on June 18th. Okay, so next... Wow, guys. What is going on with this update? It's like everything already feels done. And we still have 1, 2, like 3, like on the 4th week, it's gonna get updated to the next version. So we have like a bunch of free time on our hands. I think we're gonna go back and do a bunch of the character quests that we still have. I think that's what we're gonna do. Because there's literally like not really much else for us to do. Oh yeah. Although, I guess that gives us a lot of time to save up for wishes and maybe try to get Shogun. Even though we were just robbed today of getting Shogun. We pulled a 5-star, wasn't the 5-star on the banner. Again. This is why I can never get an Archon. Because every time they're on the banner, that is absolutely not the character I get when I pull a 5-star. Every single time. Yeah, I do both. I watch anime and read manga. I'm still waiting for the Genshin anime. I hope they give us an update this year. It's been like 4 years since they've announced it. They announced it so long ago.
What's going on? Why are there so many guests? Had I known, I'd have definitely turned some of them back.
Oh, it looks like business is booming with Amura Ichigensai out of the picture. And it's good to see that Murasaki and Shion are well on the road to recovery.
Morning, you two. Want to make an appointment?
Yes, please. For today, if possible.
Then I better get you another VIP pass. You're our most important customers, after all.
Awesome! In that case, very important Paimon would like to start with the fine dining this time.
Oh my. Imagine if you'd taken my advice and sold your shares the other day. It could have cost you dearly now that business is booming again. I hope you're not too upset with me, old friend.
Why would I be upset? It's not as if I ever took your suggestion seriously.
Oh, I've missed that way with words. So affectionate.
Would it kill you to not sneak up on people every darn time?
Morning, little ones. Did you enjoy the scenery last night?
Oh yeah, Rick and Morty's finally back too. Their latest season just dropped the new episode. And it was like surprisingly good. Like, honestly, Rick and Morty nowadays, it's like, maybe 2 episodes a season will be like a real banger. But they're starting off. The first episode of this season was, I thought, was really good. Although they do that usual thing where it's like, oh wow, these characters just did like a whole like story arc, super intense thing. Oh no, let's run it all back. Next week's episode, they're gonna be exactly where they were before. And it's just like, motherfucker. That's why that show is falling off so freaking hard over the last 2 seasons. It's because like they do story progression to a point and then they refuse to go anything past it. And if they do, they immediately run it back. And it's like, brother, just accept it. Let the characters grow and change. I mean, ever since the whole, like, maybe season 4, I don't think anyone's really changed dramatically, permanently.
Hardly. That tree was directly beneath the Grand Narukami Shrine. What was I supposed to do? Move the entire shrine to give you some privacy?
Yes.
Is there a reason you're here, Lady Guji?
Mostly because I felt like a walk. But I do have a message from the Tenryo Commission to pass on as it happens. The gentleman who your fellow Yumeku Ibaku fished out of the water last night is no longer in a critical condition. Although his mind seems to have regressed to that of a young child.
It could have been worse, I suppose. Lady Guji, I owe you my thanks. Without your help, things might have gone a lot less smoothly yesterday.
Actually, wait, now that I think about it, he wears like a ridiculously short skirt for some reason, but the other 2 that also work at the same exact place that does the same exact job she does, don't. What's up with that? Oh wait, no, I guess the shorty has one.
Come on, Miko. You've always been worse than me at keeping secrets. I admit that I feel inferior around you, and have an urge to prove myself. How could I not? But maybe these feelings are what have driven me to take this business as far as I have. My sense of inferiority keeps my ego in check, and my desire to prove myself gives me the strength to persevere. I'm able to accept these parts of me for what they are. There's no need for you to tiptoe around them.
Oh, you could have told me sooner. The poor traveler here has been doing all my running around for me.
True. But then again, without the traveler's help, you'd have been placed in a difficult position. Emira Ichigensai had amassed a huge following. For the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine to publicly go against him would have been a dangerous move.
Not the Guj.
An angry mob of zealots could have done some serious damage to the shrine's reputation. Much safer for the Guji not to get personally involved. It was the right decision.
While that's all true, my main concern was that I didn't want to upset an old friend. Otherwise, I could have taken a much more direct approach.
Miko.
I always seem to forget that you're more cunning and less adorable than you look. Seems like my worries about upsetting you were unfounded.
It's not that I don't get upset. Everyone has their fair share of troubles, but every sorrow has its cure. Here's your new VIP pass. Please take good care of it.
Afterward. Okay. Afterward parts are always kind of lame for these. Alright, well, I think that's officially it. How did you get out here? You were right behind me before. I need to find a good new anime. I've been stuck in a loop. Like, I watched, like, quite a few last season. And unfortunately, I just, like, randomly picked, like, a handful. Every single one of them was a fucking isekai. And it's like, god damn it. I am so tired of that boring-ass genre. Because very few people do anything interesting with it. It's like, I need to find some good stuff. I know Lazarus is coming out. I'm waiting for that to be done before I watch it, because I'm gonna binge the shit out of it. But yeah, I need to find some new anime to really engage with. I was thinking about leaning more into some of the Chinese stuff. I need to go back, finish up Link Click. There's that new superhero CGI one that's coming out of China that looks super dope, and I've heard nothing but good things about. And then there's, what was that? Go-Go, like, Loser Ranger? Which is kind of like a joke on, like, Super Sentai, which I've read the manga on that. I got like really far deep into that before the anime came out, and I really liked that. And that was like back when like I think season 1 just came out and season 2's out now. So I need to go and watch that. I'm assuming it's literally gonna follow exactly with the anime. The anime is gonna follow exactly with the manga, so we shall see. Yeah, there's also a bunch of manga I need to catch up on too. But anyways, that is it for that quest, I believe, unless I am mistaken again. Nope, we all good. Okay. Well, since we are gonna have, it's still gonna be a long time until the next update. Okay, I'm super addicted to Balatro still, and we are definitely playing it in the next 3 days, for the next 3 days. But I think we need to pull back on it. I think I've been playing it too much. But yeah, next time we stream, we'll do Baiju. We'll do his quest, and we'll just like make it go down this way, go down the list. And yeah, I guess that's the plan. Hold on, let's see here. We got so much time. Because the next update for Zoneless End Zero isn't happening until next Friday for some reason. But I'm going to hold off until that's fully updated before we play it. So we might do Zoneless End Zero on next Friday. Genshin will be next Monday, Tuesday, then maybe 2 days of Balatro. I don't know. I just kind of hate doing 2 days in a row where we do Genshin character stories just because they're always like such cutscene heavy, and I hate just sitting here watching the cutscenes. I'd prefer to be playing the game. But also obviously it's the story and I want to include that. But I don't know. Maybe we'll do an extra day of Black Sad. We just started that. That's a Tall Tales style detective game. Maybe we'll do an extra day of that this upcoming weekend. We'll do 3 days. Genshin next Tuesday then. 2 days of Balatro, and then Zoneless End Zero on next Friday. But for this week, the next 3 days I see as Balatro. We have hit that game hard, and I have been obsessively playing it. We've already beaten all of the base decks on the base level, so now we're trying to do the advanced decks, as well as trying to beat some of them on the more advanced levels. That has been my hyperfixation, that and Magic the Gathering Arena. Yeah, maybe one of those days we'll do Magic the Gathering Arena. I'm going to be starting a new account with them, specifically for streaming, so the first stream is going to be like going through and doing all the tutorial stuff. Just so if anyone like watches it later on, they'll know. If they don't know what the game is, they'll know the tutorial stuff. Yeah, that is it for today, guys. Thank you for coming out and hanging out on day 1729 of streaming in a row. Next 3 days is Balatro, and then this week started 2 days ago. And yeah, like I said, that's gonna probably be my schedule for next week. And yeah, hopefully the PS Plus games, we'll be able to get our hands on those, and we'll get to start those up too, because 2 of those seemed really good, and we're definitely gonna be playing those on stream, so we're gonna add those into rotation as well. But also the Zoneless End Zero, the new update, we might do 2 days in a row of that if it's really big and really good. But it looked really dope. They're adding in a lot of stuff, upgrading some of the features, including the mini maps and stuff like that I've been begging them for this entire first season. So who knows? Maybe we'll do 2 days, or we'll just do one extra long stream. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, that's it for today. Like always, links down below for all my usual stuff, social media, Blue Sky, X. Depending on what platform you're watching me stream on, my YouTube and my Twitch. Almost said Twitter. I do not stream on there. My YouTube and my Twitch, which I do simultaneous streams on both, but I save all my streams over on YouTube for all my backlog of all... Oh my god, we might actually be up to 300 streams now of Genshin. I used to actually number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but then I changed it a few months ago to whatever version it is, part 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. to just make the numbers seem a lot lower, and so it would be a lot more approachable for people. But yeah, I think we might have hit 300 episodes of Genshin streaming. And since, well, quite a few of them have been longer than 2 hours, but averaging 2 hours per episode, that's like 600 hours of Genshin put in on stream. Jesus. Oh, God. But yeah, that is it for today, guys. Thank you for coming out and hanging out. Like I said, tomorrow is Balatro, and hopefully I'll see you guys back here then. We're going to be getting started on that a lot earlier. The only reason I streamed late today is because I wanted to make sure the rollover happened for the banners, and we still kind of got screwed on that and didn't get Shogun, but hopefully we'll be able to save up enough and try to pull for her again. I'm not holding out that we'll pull the 5-star early, so maybe we'll be able to get another one squeezed in. We'll see. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. See you tomorrow.